All right, what's up, guys? This is your boy Brad back with a product review for you, and this is one I have been looking forward to for a while, and it is United BMX products. I don't recall if you remember or if you guys saw, I did a front load stem review, and I mentioned the metal Mickey stem, which is a CNC front load stem, 49 millimeter length, and this thing is just solid beef. I don't ever see it breaking, and it is one of my favorite products, definitely of 2023. I believe they're all sold out now. I have one of these left, but we're going to review some of United Parts products today. So before that, let me just give you guys a heads up. I was just on my phone. I was looking at the United website, and all credit due, I like United, but if you look on there and you see a pair of cranks, say for 123, yes, that is a very good price for cranks. However, when you go to order them, the shipping is going to be close to $40, and you're going to end up paying what you pay for a normal set of three-piece cranks. So I'm not jacking up prices or anything. I'm just not trying to fool you with low costs and then hit you with high shipping, which I do understand because a lot of companies are struggling. However, I just got in this United Zuin frame. It is Mickey Flex da Silva's signature frame. This color is called Black Chrome. It is a 20.75 millimeter top tube, a 13.25 slammed back end, and hang on, let me get something to pop this off. But can't believe I didn't do this ahead of time. Sorry, guys. I don't have an editor here. But 4.8-inch head tube, which I've been waiting for this video to show. So let's check her out. Mickey used to ride the United Incarnate frame, and he made a few changes with this, but he kept a lot the same. Some of the changes from the Incarnate are the 13.25 slammed back end right here, the 4.8-inch top tube to prevent you from having to use too many spacers, as you can see. I haven't even checked it out yet. We have the bottom bracket shell, which has the cupping for the bearings, which is also a nice little touch here. InvestCast dropouts in the back, as you can see, with that sweet United decal on there. I mean, it's one hell of a frame. And someone had mentioned something in the comments, I remember, about how you break an InvestCast seat clamp. But what I was talking about with the Federal and the Mutiny was this type of seat clamp. This is an InvestCast seat clamp. However, it is removable. So that's what I meant. It's InvestCasted. It's meant specifically designed to go with this type of a frame. It's a lot smaller. It doesn't look like your basic huge seat clamp. And also, if you break it, you can replace it. If you break an integrated seat post clamp, that's pretty much it for your bike unless you are a welder. So let's just take a look at some of the cool stuff on here. The graphics are awesome, as you can see. The color is awesome. Hopefully you guys get a good view of that. We have a 9.3-inch standover. As everyone knows, taller standovers are getting more popular, and the shorter back ends are getting a little bit less popular. Why is that? Well, with the shorter back end, the bike is going to be a lot more, people like to use the word responsive, twitchy. With a shorter back end, if you want to do drop, which a lot of guys are jumping off roofs and whatnot, odds are you're going to end up on your ass. But with a back end like this that allows for a decent amount of room, especially at 13.25, if you ever watch Mickey ride, you'll know that he's just coming down hard a lot of the times, and to have that extra length in the back end adds a lot of stability to the ride, to the bike, to be honest. A lot. I've ridden the Kink Crosscut, which has a 12.5 inch chainstay versus the 13.25, which is similar to the sleeper frame. And me, as I'm getting older, I'm about 5'8.5", I'm starting to prefer the longer back end. It feels a little more stable for me, and it's definitely more comfortable. I would say for park riding also, and it will also make your manuals a little easier to lock in. It won't be as easy to pull up into them, but it'll be easier to lock in. As for the chromoly, one thing nice about this is Japanese Senko chromoly. That means it's made in Japan and not Taiwan. Most bikes used to be Japanese Senko chromoly until there was some sort of a trade thing going on, and then they swapped all the way over to Taiwan. But I like the Japanese Senko chromoly. I think it's lighter. My Mutiny is Japanese Senko chromoly, and it allows a lot of the other components on the bike to be heavier as well. So if you're going to want to run something like the Metal Mickey stem, that definitely is one of the heavier stems I've ever felt, it's nice to be on a lighter frame. So that's my opinion on Japanese Senko chromoly. They're all good products. All of them, whether it's from Taiwan or America or Japan, they're all made very well, these BMXs. And if some of them break, odds are it's because of maybe a faulty weld somewhere by an individual. It's not because all of the frames are bad. It's just that one or two of them, because let's be honest, like we still have individuals welding the gussets on these frames. And as you can see on this frame, if you compare it to some of the older frames, they call these little marks here dimes because they look like a little roll of dimes. And you can see just how nice the dimes are on these double gussets. This has a top and a bottom gusset, which means this thing is definitely built to last. It has optional brake mounts on it too, and chain tensioners. I didn't put the chain tensioners in yet. This frame is for sale right now at my shop for, I think it's $305. Well, if I say 305, that's what it is now, and free shipping up and down the East Coast because shipping's crazy now. So if I got to ship to California, it's going to cost like twice as much, but I'm still willing, not bad. But yeah, so 305 shipped up and down the East Coast for the United Zuin frame. Definitely one of the coolest frames. This is one I kind of wouldn't mind if no one bought and I got to build up, but unfortunately, that's not the economy I'm living in. So let's get on to some more United stuff. Next, one of the things I saw was this is actually a Federal stance rim. They don't have this color anymore, I believe. It's an XL, but the hub on it is the United Audio cassette hub. So when I spin it, I want to spin it this way and give you guys a little that doesn't get you going. I don't know what does. Comes with dual hub guards, and these are some pretty heavy duty hub guards, and it's just a really nice basic hub, gloss black with a beautiful sound to it. So there's your audio cassette. So that's another option. I have that wheel currently for sale right now on the website. And I'm going to get to another one of their stems. So United doesn't only do front load street. If you're looking for a longer, more, I want to say like a longer stem for a different style of riding, they have the Precedent stem, which is also a CNC stem. This one comes in 49 millimeters and 53 millimeter reach. This is the 53 millimeter, I believe. Yes, this is the 53 millimeter one. And the other one looks exactly the same. They have them in polished and black, really sturdy, has a nice recess in it. And that's the precedent stem. And these are available for $60. Really good price for a CN seed stem like this. That's just, it's not going to break. So, and that's just me saying that. So if you do break it, let me know. If you could get it from me, I personally will replace it. Moving on, the United, what are these? These are the Severance cranks. United has 2 cranks out now. I also carry the Supreme cranks, which are a little bulkier and heavier, but these are their new 2.5 piece cranks called the Severance cranks. Give you guys a look at them. That's your basic arm, and then this is the basic 2.5 piece right here. And what's super nice about these cranks, I have one guy riding them, and I'm going to throw up his video on these cranks, is he mentioned how nice it is. There's no ridging right here, as you can see, for your ankles to catch any ankle bite or anything. And they're also pretty light for a set of 3-piece cranks meant to deal with the hard street. And if you want to see some guys that ride these cranks, Fernando Lasco is one of the guys sponsored by United who shreds. And let me think. There's just there's a bunch of them, but Fernando's the first one that comes to mind. Mickey's sponsored by Primo also, and I think he runs the Churchill cranks, but who knows? He goes through a ton of cranks because he crank arm grinds everything. But yeah, these are the United 165 millimeter, 22 millimeter spindle cranks. These are $160, and they do not come with a bottom bracket. It is a 22 millimeter bottom bracket. I carry those by United as well if you like to match your stuff up. Another cool product that United carries, United and Bicycle Union, I believe, are kind of in collaboration with one another. And these here are the Bicycle Union claw brakes. Sorry, my dog just blasted one and it smelled rough. Thanks, Yogi. But these are the Bicycle Union claw brakes. I have them hooked up on my Mutiny Village frame. They work awesome. They're a little tricky to set up, so make sure you know what you're doing when you set them up, because they're definitely not the easiest, but when you get them set up, they work really well. This is what they look like. They come with pads and the hanger cable, of course. And there you go. These are the claw brakes. These are, I can't even think of the name, U-brakes. That's what they are. These are a U-brake. Come in a super cool packaging, $60, and you got yourself a great pair of stoppers, I'm sure. And like I said, the shipping is free up and down the East Coast. One last thing I wanted to add. If you do happen to be one of the people lucky enough to purchase this frame, you can tell me which pair of socks you want with it. I got the United in white. I have the Bicycle Union Speed socks in white also, and I have them in black. These are probably the coolest socks in BMX right now, in my opinion. I mean, there's a lot of neat ones out there, but these things are fire. So if you want to grab the frame, you get a free pair of socks. Socks are only $15 anyway, and the reason things, well, I guess that's not a crazy price for socks anymore, but all of these come from East Sussex in the United Kingdom. So with shipping prices high, that tends to lead to higher costs and prices. I try to keep it down, and I try to keep my selection, you know, I try to keep as broad of a selection as possible. I don't want to just be an S&M guy who carries S&M, kink, and fit. I want to have like a variety of products. So that's why I kind of like, I really like United. A lot of people aren't familiar with United and the quality craftsmanship. Been around a long time. And they make really good stuff. And so does Bicycle Union. So that's my review right now for United. And just want to give a shout out to Ian Morris out at United, who's running the show over there, and say, you guys are killing it, doing a great job, and I appreciate everything you're doing for BMX, even though the shipping is a bit it's a little bit tricky, bait and switchy type of thing, but now you have some of the real prices on some of the United stuff, and if you want any of this, you can put it in the comments below, hit me up, and I'll get it out to you. So let me show you Tyler, who has his review of the cranks, because usually I like to ride everything and try everything out and give you guys my opinion. I didn't get a chance to try those cranks out. The hub sounds like it should, but I'll give you one more spin for that audio cassette. And that's it from me. I'm out. Peace. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you didn't, I don't care. Buy something from my shop. Shameless promotion. Yes, that is what I was dealing with.